I'm Dr. Kristy Lamb, board certified in psychiatry and family medicine with an expertise in psychotherapy, here to provide expert level, scientifically based mental health education in a practical and applicable way. So one question I often get as a psychiatrist and psychotherapist is, how do I differentiate real feelings of anger that, as I talk about often, are really healthy and useful information that help us guide decisions and set boundaries, from depressive irritability? So first, let's take a look at these two different categories and define them initially. So anger as an emotion is a physiological experience in the body. There's a stimulus in the environment that then triggers the sensations in the body of heat in the chest, energy and power in the limbs and extremities, sometimes a furrowed brow or a clenched jaw. It's nothing more than a physiological experience that lets us know something in my environment is not okay. I might need to set a boundary. Depressive irritability, and sometimes anxious irritability, comes in when we are more pervasively just kind of annoyed at everyone and everything. And it actually can sometimes be defensive over anger. So one sign that we can know that might be irritable depression or defensive depression, irritability, is that it's pervasive. It's kind of across the board. Everything's annoying me right now. Or sometimes over grief or sadness. So sometimes when someone is feeling really sad, they get anxious over having sad feelings. Sad feelings aren't allowed. So they get anxious and then they put on an irritable or aggressive front. They may puff up. They may be kind of just dismissive of everyone around them or irritated by everyone around them. It's not clearly linked to a stimulus. A second thing that can help us know this is irritability in the context of anxiety or depression is when the response is out of proportion to the stimulus. So sometimes we can get really puffed up and really nitpicky with one of our, maybe a partner, about, I would never talk about my husband's shoes all over the floor. But I can, I know when I come home and I'm feeling annoyed at the shoes on the floor, it's not about the shoes on the floor. And the irritation that I feel inside is not about the shoes. It's not anger at my husband leaving his shoes out for a minute. He's usually a very neat person, but if I see something out of place, it means there's something else going on. It means that I'm often, for me, trying to create some kind of external order or trying to demand some kind of external order because I'm feeling kind of chaotic inside. And so I put it on other people. I might externalize it. And so this can be irritability that, again, that's out of proportion to what's going on, that on another day, really, I might not even notice, right? So this irritability that comes up in the face of depression or anxiety is going to be pretty distinct from just feeling grounded in a feeling of anger about something that there is a very clear stimulus for. The other thing we want to look out for are there underlying symptoms of depression or anxiety that would also tip us off to this idea. So we want to look for any signs or symptoms of anxiety in the body that we might notice, ruminating thoughts that might also contribute to that pervasive irritability, or depressive symptoms. So any signs of isolation, self-attack, withdrawing, feeling kind of numb inside, except when this irritability comes out, right? It's not a deeper connection to anger. It's just this kind of discharged pathway of releasing any kind of feeling that's coming in. And this is very, very common with depression and anxiety. So it can be very helpful when we're feeling irritated and just like our nerve endings are a little bit raw. It can be useful to check in. So what we can do is look in and get clear, what's the stimulus? What am I really frustrated about? And sometimes immediately I can, when we do this work, we can kind of get clear, okay, it's not about the shoes. What am I really frustrated about? Am I really angry? Do I need to set a boundary? Or is there something else going on that has me a little bit elevated that I need to calm my nervous system, calm my body, and look in to get clear? Did I have something tough at work happen? Do I need to create space for myself for some other feelings that may be being pushed down in the moment? When we can get really clear about the deeper feeling, anger in and of itself is actually going to feel empowering. It's going to move us to set a boundary, to get really clear and ask to get our needs met. Whereas this other discharge can also sometimes lead us, unfortunately, into feeling guilty about how we're operating with other people. That guilt can perpetuate depression. So we really want to watch out that if you're somebody, and I'm absolutely in this camp, that can get kind of prickly when you are anxious or when you're feeling down, noticing this is really important so that you can take care of yourself in a different way. That if I'm noticing that I'm getting irritable, I want to look in, really get clear what's going on, and then try to move forward in a different way.